Holy crap. The Edmonton Oilers are just one win away from advancing to the Stanley Cup Final. Let me say that again. The Edmonton Oilers are just one win away from advancing to the Stanley Cup Finals. Let that sink in. This team started the season tied for the worst start in franchise history. They were tied for last place after a loss from the San Jose Sharks on November 9th, which saw them going 2-9-1 to start the season.
Tonight, in front of what looked like maybe 9,000 fans at the SAP Center in San Jose, California, the Edmonton Oilers became the worst team in the National Hockey League. They were beaten by a team that barely scores a goal a game. They were beaten by a team that just once this season, in 12 tries, managed to get 3 goals in a game. The Oilers gave them 3 goals tonight.
A few nights after that, they fired their head coach, Jay Woodcroft, and now they are just one win away to playing in the Stanley Cup Finals. Now I know what you're thinking, Trev, you're gonna jinx it. Why are you even saying this? So much can change. Well, I've been a fan of the Oilers my entire life, and now I cover them, and I have always dreamt of talking about this. So I'm gonna talk about it, even if it is premature, because the last time they were this close to the finals, which they did go to that year, I was 8 years old, 16 years ago. This is the hardest trophy to win in the world, and now the Oilers are this close to really play for it. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to talk about it, and if you are a superstitious person, I just want to say nothing I'm going to say has an effect on this series or the Oilers going forward. But guys, this is honestly special. This is honestly really, really special. And I speak for all the Oilers fans who I know are just the most passionate, some of the most passionate fans in the entire world, especially in hockey. However, one thing I will say, it sucks because, I talked about it. I do cover the Oilers now every single day. I'm a producer of Edmonton Sports Talk, so I talk about the Oilers literally every single day. It's my job. And I just got home from producing the pre and post game show, which I absolutely love, but it's become more of a job now. I'm covering the Oilers, and last year, like in the years prior, I'll show some clips of just, how pumped I was after the Oilers would win games in the playoffs. And like this year, like I still am pumped, right? I'm still rooting for the Oilers, but like a year ago I was saying we, and I don't say that anymore. It's the Oilers, it's the Edmonton Oilers. I can't really say we anymore, but I'm just speaking for the fans. I'm like the Lorax, I'm like the Lorax in the movie The Lorax. I'm speaking for the trees. I know what it's like. I know what the passion's like. When one goal, when one turnover, when the puck goes in your own net and your heart sinks. It's the worst, most gut-wrenching feeling there is if you're a sports fan. So I know what this means to certain people, because I was those certain people and I still think I am those certain people. It's just, I'm Oilers out. I really am. Like this year, it's been a grind, and I'm thinking, it's going to be a great offseason whenever the offseason starts. Here's hoping the Oilers do get to the Stanley Cup Final. And, starting next season, I think I'll be like, okay, I want my Oilers hockey back. Guys, this is crazy. This is why I moved to Edmonton. I grew up hearing of stories of what the 06 run was actually like, and just seeing, I was a little kid getting ready for school, and just seeing the people on White Ave, and now I see White Ave. I've been here. I see what it's like in person, and just living through these experiences. This last week, I went to my first playoff game ever, and I dreamt of that as a kid. Obviously, I wish it was a year ago, because I would have been like, rah! More so, I was like this. I was still like, let's go. It was the first game I really went to this year as a fan. Well, no, I've been to a few games as a fan, but like this one, this one just hit different, right? It's a playoff game. Always dreamt of it. Wanted to go in 16-17, but I was like, I'm going to hold back, because I think the Oilers are going to make it next year. And guess what? That's kind of what I'm getting at. These moments don't come very often. They don't. 18 years ago. But that's what I'm getting at. These moments don't come often. Like, just ask a Maple Leafs fan, right? It's insane. This like never happens, really. So that's why I want to talk about this, because who knows? If I don't talk about this now, it could be another 18 years. So I'm sorry if you think I'm jinxing it. I'm not jinxing it. No one has an effect on this game. I've been the superstitious guy. I talked about it in the morning show today. You should check out that morning show. It's on Edmonton Sports Talk with Dustin Nielsen, Lieutenant Eric. These guys are absolute beauties, and I have the luxury of producing their show. Every now and then I get to chime in, but it's honestly so fun. And we were just kind of talking about the superstitions. If I put on a certain pair of clothes that day, I couldn't change my clothes throughout the whole day because I would want the Oilers to win. We needed to win is what I'd say. If we needed to win, and if I put on this ball cap, then I'd have to keep that hat on all day. I couldn't take it off, and usually the Oilers would win. So that was my superstition. So I know what this is like for most people. It's crazy, right? And it's truly awesome. It's a great experience. I'm going to show some of the footage of the game that I was at, just because just walking home from it, it was just really cool. Just random strangers, and that's what's so awesome about sports. It just unites everyone, especially the Olympics, but this in a smaller scale. Everyone's just having the best time of their life. They're drunk. They're having a grand old time. No worries in the world. You have to work the next morning, but you're going to get drunk that night. Because why? Stuff like this doesn't happen. So, Oilers fans, I've waited a long time to finally cover the Oilers, like a long run. And it's kind of been, I've been flaky. I'm not going to lie. I haven't uploaded that much, and I'm sorry for that. But this is just sick. It really is. Like, I am happy. I think it's going to be like, like on Ricky Bobby, when Ricky Bobby's dad watches Ricky Bobby win Talladega Nights. And he's like, just kind of like, yeah, he did it. He did it. It's kind of like a proud moment. That's kind of how I feel. It's like, if the Oilers do go, continue this run, if they win the cup, obviously I want them to still. It would be like last year, I'd be like, yeah, I'd be like, oh my God, that's the craziest thing. But this year, it'd be more like they did it. Wow, they did it. It'd be like that. That's where I'm at right now. And so I'm still obviously rooting for the team. Just have to put my bias aside sometimes. But guys, this is just awesome. If you're an Oilers fan, and getting into tonight's game, they just played just a complete, probably their best game of this series. Probably the second or third best game in the playoffs. It was just from everyone. All four lines were rolling. The defense was rolling. Stuart Skinner, that was for sure his best game in the playoffs, I'd like to think. Man, it was just a good win. They look good. They really, really look good. And they're learning from their experiences. They're learning from their mistakes. Connor McDavid, he's just dialed in. I don't know if you listened to his post game tonight. I can put a link in the description, but just dialed in. And it's funny, he's kind of similar in the sense they showed it in the intermission. If you know, last game he wore this gray suit to the game, and he wore that exact same suit for tonight's game. He's superstitious. He won't probably admit it, but that's a superstition, right? But guys, this is awesome. If you made it this far, Oilers fans, Oil Country, you guys are absolute beauties. If you've been on this journey with me, maybe your first time, how long have you been watching? That's like one thing I want to really start getting to know, like my listeners. I want to make this more of a community than just me uploading videos. I want to get to know your guys' names. I want to start live streaming, and so that's why I want you guys to be a part of what we got going on here at Above Average. There's no stopping now, right? Like I'm not just going to stop uploading videos. I can't, right? I've done this for almost 4 years now. Well, what would be the point in just like, okay, I'm done. So I would thoroughly just appreciate it, and I would love it. If you're an Oilers fan, if you like Oilers hockey, if you like sports, if you like hockey, I'm going to be doing a lot of that this summer. I want to cover more teams, and I'd love for you to join this journey with me. Leave a like. Guys, leave a like. The Oilers are one win away. One win away. And that's another thing. A lot of us don't even remember the 06 run. I don't. I barely do. Like, I remember getting ready for school and kind of seeing the highlights, the newspapers. Those were still a thing kind of back then. And but there's a whole new, generation of people that have never seen the Oilers in the Cup final. So this is to you. Guys, enjoy this, because you never know when it's going to happen. Like I said earlier, ask a Leafs fan. But that's all I got for this one, guys. I really, this is just so sick. Let's go Edmonton. Let's go the Oilers fans. Show up on Sunday. It's gonna be sick. My bro's going to that game, so super jealous. And I'm gonna be producing the show. So if you're new to the channel, you like Oilers content, go to Edmonton Sports Talk. We're on YouTube. We're a radio station, newest radio station. All the guys at TSN 1260 in Edmonton. They joined their whole thing now, and it's Edmonton Sports Talk. That's where those boys went. Dustin Nielsen, Tom Gazzola, Matty Wannick, and Lieutenant Eric. We're all there, and Zach Tecum and I. So we love you to go see us at our YouTube channel. You can also check us out at edmontonsportstalk.com. That's all I got for this one, guys. Let's go Oilers. Leave a like. Again, comment. Drop a comment down below. Let's go, baby. I'm so pumped. I'm so proud of them. Don't be average when you can be above average. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.